physical and financial fitness. Let's talk about it. Every morning, 6:45 to 8 a.m. What's up, Andy? Excuse me. Oh boy. This is interesting, Andy. I got these rings. I've had them for a really long time, and my daughters had me set them up yesterday because they wanted to play, but rings like in gymnastics. And boy, I was trying to remember some of my old gymnastics days and doing some ring work and forgot how difficult those things are, man. Arms are shaking and everything. That's fun stuff, though. Fun stuff. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well, Andy. Glad you're doing well with the exercise and with the diet and everything like that. Very cool. Makes me proud to know that I'm actually being a little bit of an influence on someone, and especially with such a guy like you, such a good guy like you. Pretty fun times. But I suppose I really don't need these rings today for the exercises that I'm going to do. And you know what? I guess I could put them up, couldn't I? I could just put them up here, but what do you do with all the excess rope? I guess I'll take them down. No big deal. But how are you doing this morning, Andy? How's it hanging? We're going to talk about being the change maker here a little bit today. I figure. To get these out of my way, though. Suppose I could clean them up nicely later. Yeah, I like to put the Tapatio, or well, I guess I have been using Tapatio lately. Yeah, so Tapatio is kind of my go-to on top of egg whites. Some Tapatio, and I'll have usually some meat of some sort. 5 egg whites, maybe a little bit of leftover steak from last night. But we're gonna have to push, man. I'm not sure. You'll have to help me check and recollect the records because I lose track now. Things have just become my daily habits now. I don't even know what day we're in of the 60-day six-pack challenge. Um, Somebody will have to help me track down what in the hell day it is in the 60-day six-pack challenge. I think we're in we have to be in day 40 something. I don't know. I don't know, but that was the hope anyways. We'll figure it out, but that was the hope. Why whites and not full eggs? It's depending on the macros that you're trying to intake. So when you judge your macronutrients, Andy, download an app and use the free version. It's free. But download MyFitnessPal. And in MyFitnessPal app, you'll put your food in there that you're going to eat. And then it will spit out to you how many calories and how many of those calories are protein, fat, or carbohydrates. So what I'm doing, excuse me, is I'm trying to figure out, judging not only the caloric intake of how many calories you're eating that day, but how much of that is protein, how much of that is fat, and how much of that is carbs. So when you do that, if you're trying to hit certain goals for the day, oftentimes having egg whites versus eggs with the yolks is less fat. And if that's one of your goals, to have less fat in your diet that day, then you don't want the yolks. If you do want more fat in your diet that day, then you do eat the yolks, right? That kind of stuff. So it's judging macronutrients and what you're wanting to get in your food intake. And sometimes I'm either going to go high carb, well, not even high, but let me just say, I'm going to mix my protein, which is my main goal. 175, 200 grams of protein a day. Main goal. What do I want to mix that with? I want to either mix that with fat or with carbs. I don't want to mix my protein with fat and carbs and have lots of protein, lots of fat, lots of carbs. You don't lose any weight doing that, unless you're in a real calorie deficit, which is really tough to do. So just maintaining about 100 or 200 calorie deficit, where I could be at 2,200 calories. Well, I was at 2,000 or 1,900 calories rather. So it was a little calorie deficit, but mostly protein. And then I was staying away from carbs and I only would have a little bit of fat, or I would stay away from the fat and I would have a little bit of carbs, but pushing around 60, 70 grams per day, which trust me is not a lot. To do 60 grams or 50 grams of carbs in a day, God, your coffee creamer will knock that out or whatever. So it's when you're judging those macros and what you're trying to accomplish with your goals in dieting is how you adjust that stuff. That's why I do egg whites. Hope that answers your question, buddy. You know what's crazy, Andy? We could be on here for now, what, 6 minutes and a half. This thing's been going. Not one piece of action from YouTube, man. So I think today's my last YouTube live, brother. I think today is my last YouTube live, bro. I think what I'm going to do is try to figure out how to use Riverside or a different program to where maybe I can go live on a couple different platforms at once or something like that. Give myself a week off here and get back to lifting weights and instead of sitting here talking and sort of see how that goes for my life again. And who knows? I know this has been great and I motivate you, buddy, and all that stuff, but yeah, to get put in jail so badly by YouTube is just so annoying that I'm like over it. I don't even want to give them my business anymore. YouTube sucks, man, in that aspect. But maybe if I get on Riverside and I come back being posted from a new place, um, you know, and maybe I can get some fans on Facebook or something. I'll go live on two separate platforms at once using Riverside or something like that. And then I come back and I'll do it again. But I'm thinking of taking like next week off of doing this, give myself a break for a minute. Oh no, yeah, of course we're gonna keep. No, I'm still probably gonna figure out a way to come live in the mornings. I enjoy it. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy chatting with people, and I enjoy doing it while I work out. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So we'll stay in touch for sure. And I'll probably be I'll probably be just using a different platform to go live on because just going live just on YouTube ain't working anymore. And it's just frustrating, number one. And number two, I spend a lot of time yapping out here in the garage and not really working out. And I really have my goals that I want to achieve. But but no, man. I mean, shoot, if it was just for you, if it was just me and you, brother, I'd be showing up in the mornings, bro. I mean, I appreciate you, Andy, and some other people, of course, hop on here. I'm not all defeated. I'm not saying I'm defeated or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know what? Let's try to switch things up here. What's status quo is not working, it doesn't seem. And it's not us. It's not us. It's not the value I provide. Every time somebody pops on one of my lives, they're like, "Man, I'm surprised you don't have a million followers. You're really great." Oh, well, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't think so. You know what I mean? So weird, isn't it? So weird. I'm gonna do some I'm gonna do some superbly inclined bench presses today, right about this incline here. Gosh, my shoulder is bugging the crud out of me. I think I slept on it wrong. I have that bad shoulder uh, where I swore I was going to need surgery on it, man. I swore I tore it badly where it was like really going to require like surgery. And it didn't. And I've been working through it, but it still has issues. I don't know. And these incline benches, first thing in the morning, these will always bust you up, get your shoulders cracking. So I always start with like a pretty lightweight, pretty lightweight and just get things warmed up. How was your workout today, brother? How was your workout today, brother? You worked out, you had your egg whites. That's awesome. What's your what does your wife think about all this? What does your wife think about all this? Since you probably before we hung out and before this all began, you probably weren't so mentally focused on your health and doing exercising, lifting weights, all that good stuff. Oh, that's rad, man. I'm glad. So you did better than last time. Made a little improvement. You put the YouTube on your TV and just crush it out, right? Yeah, she's into it, man. It motivates these ladies. It motivates the wives, the women in our lives. It motivates them when we are acting like a damn man. Yes, sir. Ugh. It's a lot sexier, man, when you're a bit of a decision maker, a bit of an alpha, a bit of a health nut, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah, of course, women, of course, want to have a warrior. Women want to have a warrior in their garden. They don't want to have a gardener in their war. Oh. Ah. 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 But let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about being the change maker. Let's talk about being the change maker. What do you think about people that say, well, everyone else in my family was fat and out of shape. That's why I am. How many people you heard say something like that? Well, the rest of my family's, always been fat. So that's why I am. Well, we've always been poor. Our family's always been poor. It's just how it is. How many times you heard some stuff like that before? It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that sometimes people think that we're just simply a product of our environment. I know you've heard that before too. We're simply a product of our environment. Oh, is your wife's gonna get into the exercising with you, man? Well, I sure as shit have. Oh my god, I don't know how many lives now. I don't know how many live workout sessions are archived in my YouTube channel now, but even if I don't go live for a while, you guys can work out for 2 months every morning with me if I'm not even there. How funny is that? Um, you don't get people that complain about finances, health, or hard work, but don't do anything about it. Yeah, yeah. It's. I don't even know. It's not. My place. It's really not my place to judge other people. It really isn't. Try to help them, sure. So that's why I think today we talk a little bit about that because I think it's a helpful subject. I think a helpful subject in the fact that one of the cool things about being a human being, kind of one of the neat things about being a human being, is that we create the environment around us by how we act and what we do and the choices we make. It's interesting. Nature stays the same. The tree that's outside stays the same. The sun still comes up and goes down. Nothing changes. Nothing's different. How we act and what we do is what is the differentiator in our lives. Hi, Bethany. Hi, Bethany. How are you? But that's the idea is us not being, animals or plants. A tree, for instance, that's rooted in place, can't move, can't do anything different. It just is what it is. But human beings, obviously, we can do whatever the hell we want. We have free will. We have free will. We have the right to travel, still, so to speak. But you get what I'm saying. And it's like, so, you know, if someone wanted to be the change maker, the one that sets the precedent for a new tone for future generations, is it possible? Is it possible for somebody to break the family fat curse? Is it possible for somebody to break the family broke curse where, oh, my family's always been broke. It's just how it is. Oh, this kind of mentally defeated talk where people just simply blame the environment around them, not realizing that the environment around them and how other people see them and treat them is in direct relation to how they've acted and the habits that they've put to work in the last couple of years of their lives. We create our environment around us. We create how other people treat us. We create how other people see us. We create the legacy or lack thereof. We create the wealth. We, right? We're all born with the same stuff, a heart and lungs, not even any clothing, right? We're all born the same way. It's funny how some are able to achieve so much and yet others so little. Same human being, same environment, same world we live in, same fiat currency money, same credit card debt, same college system, same school system, same brainwashing, same news channels. But some people somehow seem to rise above it physically, mentally, spiritually. Why is that? I love Bethany's Facebook posts. Yeah, she's really getting on it, Andy. I love them too. She's really getting on it, man. Bethany's about to be the note investing gal on social media until she does about 20 videos and then realizes she runs out of a little bit of content. She's going to say, "What do I talk about now?" But that's a process we all go through in social media. I certainly have, and I'm certainly not there yet. And I'm using Bethany's momentum and Bethany's vigor, Bethany's educating herself and watching all sorts of videos on how to better use social media. And she's helping me. Ugh, ugh. Shoulders are burning this morning. She's going to help me out quite a bit, actually, from her taking a stance and saying, that's Bethany too, taking a stance and saying, I'm just going to get good at social media now. See, and when somebody in their mind, like when Bethany says, I'm just going to get good at social media now, period, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to, when somebody mentally decides something like that, it's amazing how the results change for the better so quickly. You can already notice her video quality. You can already notice her messaging. You can already notice this and notice that. And really, really, she is doing a good job. So appreciate that, Andy. Appreciate that. We're all proud of Bethany. We are so proud of Bethany. Now, if we could just fix her belly ache, we'd be in business. Uh, she hasn't been feeling too good for a minute now, so we're trying to solve the problems with Beth right now so she can get back to full action. It sounds so good coming from a mother point of view. Yep, absolutely. And she even said to me last night, Andy, she said, what would be cool is like once a week, I'll do a video session with you together with me and Bethany. And she was thinking cleverly about doing a session with us that would be called Questions I Ask My Fund Manager Husband or something like that. And she said, just like naturally in the household or whatever, even if the kids are going nuts in the background, she would just be filming me and say, "Babe, what about this?" Or "Babe, what do you think about this?" Or "Babe, tell the people about that or this." And just let me rant for a minute. But she's coming up with all sorts of ideas, Andy, and she's studying and she's taking lots of notes and she's trying to figure out how to build, attractive funnels to bring people through into our system and all that stuff, man. See, people don't understand. I always keep telling everybody it has nothing to do with how beautiful and perfect and gorgeous and all that Bethany is. Why I fell in love with her. It's what's between her ears. That's why I fell in love with her. She's extraordinarily smart. The attractiveness is just a major bonus. Oh no, that's my sweetheart. She's really getting it, dude. Well, I'll tell you, there's something about those Arnaz folks, those Arnaz folks, the Desi Arnaz folks. Bethany, or I guess you could say Humphreys, right? That's Desi's last name, Humphreys. Middle name is Arnaz, but something about that genetic line over there, man. When they put their mind to it and they say they're going to do something, they get her done. Let me tell you. Uh, did I buy her flowers? No, I did not. No, I did not. Dude, what honestly, I've been trying to work and take care of the kiddos and pick them up from school and do all sorts of different stuff. Our lives have been kind of a little bit goofy the last 5 days or so, man. I don't think I've done really much since Monday. Well, actually, I can tell you I haven't done really much since Monday. It's just been work and family and help. Bethany had some problem with her back. She threw her back out and she was like literally for maybe 2 or 3 days not able to walk around and do much, right? Not even pick up the kiddo and stuff like that. It was really bad. So we've just been working on that. But yeah, I thank you for the reminder, Andy. I appreciate you, brother. Or shall I say, thank you for reminding Bethany um, that I need flowers. I didn't need flowers. She said, I've been so helpful with everything else. Yeah, see, Andy, flowers is one thing when you have not done your house chores or when you have not done this or that. And you bring home flowers, you're all, you're good. You're good. All that washes away. Or you can do both and you could clean up the house and bring flowers, and then it would just be, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Have you gotten ill? Or you can not bring the flowers this time, but you can clean the whole house and you can take care of the kiddos and you can help out mama, whatever. The idea is, of course, to make sure daily that you're making sure you show your spouse love, that you know that they are respected and that you appreciate them and those kinds of things. And of course, women get that feeling when men bring flowers and gifts. So anyway, Mother's Day Sunday. Yeah, man. Uh get them on the way home from school. Yeah, exactly. You know what? That is though very romantic, I think. Rather than go purchase flowers for $30 that you're going to bring home and throw in a vase and 5 days later they're wilted and dead. And you're like, damn, 30, 40, 50, $60 on flowers these days now. It's crazy. And that's why I don't like buying flowers. Now, but picking flowers, not only romantic, but shows that you really cared. Picking a bouquet of flowers on the way home and bringing that, I think that's even better. Plus, you can take 30, 40, $50 and throw that into XRP and let it get you rich in the next 5 years instead of flowers. But pick them on the way. Yeah, pick them on the way. Have a stroll and bring home a little natural bouquet that you've picked. That there shows real dedication. Oh, hey Andy, what are you doing, man? Uh, just not from a gravestone. Yeah, exactly. What are you doing for Mother's Day, Andy? You got any good plans? What do you guys do out there? Days like Mother's Day. Ugh. Ugh. Gah. Ooh. She isn't my mother. My daughter has to arrange all that. I guess that's the truth, huh? I guess that's the truth, Andy. Yeah, what are you doing for Mother's Day? Andy says, I don't know, dude. My mom ain't around, so what do you mean? My wife is not my mother. Therefore, my daughter is supposed to be the one arranging all that. That is funny. That is funny. But so much the truth, I guess. I didn't really think about that. Yeah, I guess, is your mom still around? I don't want to assume anything, Andy. My mom is. My mom's like 76 or something, 78 or whatever, going on 45. You know, cook some food up? That's cool. So your daughter has to tell you what to cook, though. And she has to bring the food over for you to cook, right? Who else we got on here? Bethany, Andy, and who else? Good morning. How are you? We're talking a little bit about the Mother's Day. Talking a little bit about Mother's Day, but the theory was being the change maker, right? So that subject I want to talk about today was being the change maker, and we could wrap it up a little bit, toss it around a little bit. Oh wow, that's a bummer, man. Sorry to hear that, Andy. Not really. Well, you've been an independent fella. You had to grow up quick. Uh, Maybe that's why you're so responsible and such a nice fella. Could be one of the reasons. Oh, the things that happen in our lives certainly carve us into whatever sculpture we end up being as adults, huh? I made this post where I showed innocent little me with my blonde surfer hair and my perfect skin and my no blemishes. And I used to look like a little handsome devil boy when I was a senior in high school, look like a California kid. Now, when I look at me with my gray hair and my scars and the wrinkles and everything else you look at and you go, boy, life on planet Earth certainly does carve a stone hardened man out of what once used to be an innocent little boy. Isn't that wild? You moved out at 17, brother? Yeah. See? I figured that. Independent fella from early on, bro. You had to get to being responsible and showing up when you said you were going to show up, right? Pretty quickly. Out there in that real world. Couldn't really be a teenage boy no more, could you? Had to be a man fast. Yes, sir. Wow, I didn't realize I've gone so heavy on these already. That's awesome, dude. I'm doing incline benches and I didn't realize I was going so heavy, and that's good. It wasn't really killing me. This might. Oh, so Andy, Andy, you're now I'm your silver fox. Thanks, babe. Now I'm certainly shaving my beard off as soon as I get done with my workout this morning. Oh God. No, I want to be your young husband that everybody says, "Oh, you guys are so cute together. Did you guys like go to high school together or what?" And I go, "Oh no. I'm 11 years older than Bethany." They'll go, "What?" But no, when I do have the gray, people go, "Yeah, it makes sense. You are older than her, aren't you?" I'm gonna shave this gray off, buddy. Oh, shoot. Should I leave? Andy said, "Should I leave?" That's so funny. Oh my god. All right. So what guys, here's a question I have for you. I got a unique question for you. What is it in your family's lineage? What is it in the past 2 or 3 generations, if you know back that far? But what is it in your family that's been sort of a norm and people continue to repeat and duplicate the same bad habits or the same processes, same mindset that's been passed down for the last 3 generations? And unless changed, that thing will continue to perpetuate itself to the next generation. Do you guys have anything like that? You know what I'm talking about? Is there anything in your family that's just like, you are going to be the change maker for the rest of your family tree, that this thing is not going to be the way any longer? And so then therefore we teach our kids that teach their kids how to do these new habits or to do whatever it may be. But there's always this one thing, somebody can think of. It's like, oh yeah, my family, they're horrible at their health. Everybody in my family eats whatever they want and they're fat and they don't worry about exercise and they all die early of heart attack. That's just, maybe it's that, right? Maybe it's that. Maybe it has something to do with money thought process and mindset there. That kind of stuff. What do you guys got in your family that you think it's time for you to be the maker of change? It's time for you to not let that continue to perpetuate itself. What is it for you? What is it for you that you're gonna change for the rest of your family's tree? Are you gonna change the health? Are you gonna change the finances? Are you gonna change the mindset? Are you gonna change the spirituality? What is it that needs to make a change right here with you so that future generations in your family tree don't repeat the same bad habits, the same bad thoughts, the same bad spiritual behaviors. What is it? What is it for your family? Curious. What would you decide that that's enough? My family's going to be different from now on. What would that be? Curious. Mine really is the money thing. Mine really is the money thing. Mine is the fact that really none of my family members were ever very good at investing anything, um, or setting up any type of financial infrastructure or worrying about their family. Better yet, everybody in my family is very self-centered and very much a part of their own lives. And, our family gets together sometimes, okay, mostly on holidays. But there's no tight knit family structure, and there's not a lot of support, back and forth for much, actually, not for health or wealth, right? My family is all kind of doing their own things, very separated. So that's one thing I'd like to change. I'd like to make sure that we understand families meant to be together. I'm trying to teach my children that certainly one of the things that they don't want to, certainly one of the things they don't want to do is try to get out of the house at 16 or 17 or 18 years old or whatever, unless they have to, like Andy, right? But, to get out of the household when no, we can all share and be communal, and we can all, budget together, and we can all have a better life, and they can be safer, and they can have all this great stuff. And not that I'm going to keep them forever, but the point is, it doesn't have to be the old American statistic of separating from your family and having your own set of bills, property taxes, car payments, car insurances, toilet paper bills, groceries, and all this stuff, rent, air conditioning bills, separated, right? Unit, being together as a unit is much stronger, but we've been taught to not do that, right? In America, you can try to break up that family unit. Aha. Money and your faith. Yeah, there we go. Money and faith. There we go. And the thing that you learn, the thing that you learn, especially from a guy like Desi, by the way, things you learn from guys like Desi is that also they don't talk about shit and try to convince other people of it. They really set an example by how they lead. The leaders that do things no matter what other people think, and the leaders that are setting things up to better their family, um, and doing things like that really shine as um, setting an example for what it takes to create the change. Yeah, change is created by action and example, not by a bunch of talk or convincing people or arguing with people over anything. It's really taking the right actions and the right steps and letting people see that. Uh huh. And then you don't have to convince them of a damn thing. See, I don't have to start convincing people to lift weights nowadays or anything. They just see me and they go, "Damn, dude, what happened? You on steroids or something?" I go, "No, no, no. I just been working out hard for two years now." They go, "Oh, maybe I should start doing that." Yeah, yeah, you should, or maybe not. It's up to the person, right? It's up to the person. But yeah, me too, Andy. Me too, buddy. I'm with you on the money mindset. And really it's not about the money. Really it's not about the money, but it's about like the money mindset and the idea of investing in assets, the idea of, kind of taking control over your own life and not be subject to the government or subject to a job or subject to a boss or subject to where you live or subject to anything. Not kind of be tied down is what I want to change in my family tree. I want people to understand that they need to be agile in the new coming world and need to be able to move, get out of town if they need to. All sorts of different kinds of theories, right? And I even want my kids to grow up knowing that all the food in our stores is poison and they should be understanding how to grow food, things like that. None of my family's ever been that way. Uh, Bought one house and lived in that house for 38 or 40 years, right? Never moved locations. That's kind of the norm, right? Subject to whatever doctors are around you, subject to whatever medical care you can afford, subject to whatever your insurance says you can do. These aren't the ways of being free. And I thought we were supposed to be free out here in this United States of America. But it seems like they've just figured out a way to put us in all sorts of indentured slavery with bills, medical insurance, our medical system, schooling system, paying for this, paying for that, tax for this, tax for that. And if we can get out of that cycle, that'd be great. If I could help to propel my family to get out of that cycle, that'd be fantastic. All right. So what I wanted to try to do, which is kind of a pain in the bunsies, is decline bench press. I haven't done decline bench press in a minute. So we're going to decline this puppy back like that, all the way down to the ground. See that? We're going to decline that bench. So like you're laying down almost like that. And usually you can put up a lot heavier weight. Um, Whenever you're pushing things above you, you can actually obviously push a lot less weight than when you're pushing things down, just by way of the way our mechanics, the way our body's made. So when you're doing an incline bench press, you're kind of pushing up, right? When you're doing a decline bench press, obviously you're going to be pushing kind of downwards like that when you're pushing the weight up since you're laying down. So you should be doing, I mean, you can do a lot more weight usually when you're on that decline, but it'll kind of look funny anyways how flat I am here. We'll get you the angle of the dangle. Uh, but what do you want to change, Andy, about the spiritual nature of your family? Because I know you said money and spiritual really is I think what you were getting at. What uh what is it that you'd like to see different there? Or what is it that's been plaguing your family that you don't like that you want to change? What is the idea there? Curious. How do you want to be the change maker in that aspect? Let me do this here. Okay. Try not to kill myself. Okay. You said faith and spirituality. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Faith and spirituality are different. Excuse me. Faith. Excuse me. Uh, that's what I meant, Bethany. You knew what I meant. Thank you, though, for correcting me. Let's see if this is going to work out here. Oh, boy. Ah, what do you want to change about faith, Andy? Ah, ah. Whoa. Ah, wow. Woo. That's fun. Ah, ah, that was fun. You know what's interesting about those decline bench presses there? You're upside down. So all the blood was rushing to my head. I just got like lightheaded when I got up because I was upside down. That's funny. All right. So one of the things in my family that I want to change is how to protect the next generation. So a lot of my family never even had a will, like a will or a written last testament or anything. Never a family trust to protect assets and nothing like that. So that's one thing I want to change. My family. Don't pass out down there. I'm not going to pass out. I'm not going to pass out. But when you hang upside down for a minute, especially when you lift weights, and that did feel really good on my chest though. I can feel that lower part of my chest that I don't work out very often. Loving my new Alpha shorts. Shout out to the company. But anyway, got these Alpha shorts. They're like thin, sort of comfortable sweatpants material. Nice shorts for a workout, nice shorts to hang out in, whatever. Kind of dual purpose. So shout out to the Alpha team. Shoot. I think I will do, let's see. I think I will do another set of those. Those actually felt really good. Getting my pecs nicely. Oh yeah. Like that decline action. How about this too? I got one for you, Andy. I want at some point in life for one of my daughters to pick up the sport of golf and be able to pass golf down to their families. I want golf to be something that my family enjoys. I got Bethany into it. Bethany loves it, but Everly, not so much yet. I can see though, I can see something in Callie, her frustration and her competitiveness and her hyperness in my daughter Callie, who I just know that if I can ever get her to hit a golf ball, if I can ever get her to hit a golf ball and understand the competitive nature of it and how fun it is when you actually hit a golf ball well, then I know that when she does not hit it well, she'll get mad and it'll get her like me, which is she'll want to get really good at it. I can see that in her, but it's just can I bleed it into her properly because I'm not sure Everly will ever be into golf. She's more into gymnastics and all that, which is cool. Don't ever have to follow in your parents' footsteps at all, but I sure wish golf could be something that my family tree for years to come would enjoy, not just doing backflips. Backflips are fun and all, but remember, Everly was the same way. Took her to Top Golf and she was having fun when she hit the ball, and then she threw a fit when she missed it. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I think Everly is more like you, babe, where she doesn't really want to show off. She doesn't really want to practice. And as soon as she fails and it's not easy for her, she quits. I think Callie will be different. Callie will just sit there and try to hit the ball forever until she gets good at it. That's how I see the difference in her. That's all I'm saying. But we'll see. We can't never be the judge of what our children are going to do or like or anything like that. We can't do that. We can only try to be good influences on them. I'll give you guys that angle right there, which will show you how laid down these are. But we can only try to influence our children and lead by good example. Then, if we are trying to be good influences on our children and we do lead by example, then if your kids go astray because of their own free will, we can't blame them. We can only pray for them at that point, right? All right. So you'll see how declined this bench is. And the only scary part is getting the weights down there to do the exercise without killing your shoulders and then back up to your thighs to get off the darn exercise when you're done. That's the hard part. So here we go again. Let's do some real declines here. Ah, yeah. Oh. Oh, woo. That's good stuff right there. Ah. So we'll give Andy an idea. Oh yeah, and there's those alpha shorts. Those alpha shorts are super cool. I'm gonna check and see if they have another color or two. I might get another pair. They're comfortable shorts, brother. I'll tell you what. When you start to work it up, Andy, the next move for you, if Andy's still on here, it's good to play. Yeah, it's good to play. I don't know what you're saying. Those the next thing you're gonna want to probably get in your setup, Andy, is a set of adjustable dumbbells and a little bench. This little bench right here that I have was really cheap. I think it was like 65 bucks. So this bench right here, 65 bucks. I could pick it up with one hand. All right. You can pick it up with one hand. And it's adjustable. It's small and compact, so you can put it aside when you're not using it. It doesn't quite get in the way much. This is a good little bench here. And then just a set of adjustable dumbbells like you see that I have here. It's good to play golf. Yep. These little adjustable dumbbells. These are called power blocks. but there are much more affordable versions nowadays. They've come out with a billion different adjustable dumbbells that you can adjust from say 10 pounds up to like 40 pounds. Mine goes from 10 pounds to 45 pounds. But as you grow stronger and as you get into this daily habit of working out, and that your 15-pound dumbbells and some exercises just won't cut it because you're going to be too strong for those little puppies. So just right now in the decline bench press, pretty fairly easy for me to whip out 15 reps, even after my chest has already gone through what 6 or 7 exercises now. But those are 45-pound dumbbells that I was using for that decline bench just now, and I can whip out 15 reps with 45s pretty simply. So it's almost time for me to um, go up a level, right? So what I may end up doing is I might sell these power blocks that I have here, and then use that money with a little extra to buy a newer set of power blocks that go higher. I think I want to get power blocks that go up to 65 pounds per dumbbell, so I can start progressing and getting stronger. So that might be something you do. You can get a little bench, get you a little set of adjustable dumbbells, and you can be ready to rock and roll. Ready to rock and roll. Get this out of the way here. One of those chest exercises that I really kind of rant and rave about, I like to do it, are these straight arm chest flies. But you do kind of need cables for this. If you wanted to, just with a set of adjustable dumbbells and the little adjustable bench, of course, you can lay down and you can do these kind of exercises on like an incline bench. And a matter of fact, you know what? Why don't we do that, man? Why don't we do that? Since not a lot of people have the cable machine that I have, let's do that. Let's go ahead and show you a different angle of attack for this exercise that I like to do. In order to do it with dumbbells uh, instead of the cable machine, we're going to go a little light. We're going to put this bench at a nice incline, and we're going to say that this incline is about 45 degrees. That's about the 45-degree incline there. And we'll get some dumbbells that are much lighter. For now, I think we're going to go with 25-pound dumbbells, and let's find out. I'm not sure if this is going to be too heavy or not, but what we want to do is we want to hang our arms like that, turn our palms up to the sky, and I want to bring these up to about here and put them down. It's very difficult, actually. So I want to show you that technique. This is just puts pressure on the chest like crazy. So this one you can do. This one you can do, Andy. Tough if you don't have a bench that can incline or decline. So you probably want to get that little $50, $65 bench, have that thing delivered to the crib, put it together, and you'll have a little bench like this one. But show you the angle. Let's see if I can get this over here. So you can see I'm not really pushing it up all the way to a bench press position. Let's see. Will that work? Yeah, there you go. So this is really tough on your chest and upper shoulders here and stuff like that, is where you're going to get all that pump and that burn. Um, yeah, get you a little bench like that. It works so great, man. It's very inexpensive. It doesn't take up much space. Oh, look at that. I got holes in my shirt. How funny. Wonder how that happened. All right. So this kind of thing here. This kind of thing here. Oh boy. Woo. That's good exercise right there. What happens is you never get a break. That's creating strain on your muscles the whole time. You never get up to like in a bench press where you get to straighten and lock out your arms and rest for a second, then bring them down, pounce them up, and no, too much rest time there. With that, the whole time you're bringing it up and all the way up to the top right here, it's still full weight. So that'll work your chest, that'll work your shoulders. You can do that with the 15-pound dumbbells. You just have to find something to be able to lay at an incline, which generally means you need to get yourself a little bench. Which if you and the wifey are going to start working out and getting in shape together, man, definitely need a little bench. Need to get her a little set of dumbbells if she doesn't have one. A set of 3 pound, 5 pound, 8 pound dumbbells, maybe tens. Some little dumbbells. Pick those up at Big Five, online, whatever it may be. And you'll start to accumulate a little bit of equipment. And that way, you and the wifey can do workouts together, and she can have a weight that suits her. You can have a weight that suits you, and you guys can help each other, motivate each other. It's really a fun thing. I'm glad now that Bethany and I are on the same page. Oftentimes we went back and forth. Oftentimes we went back and forth. She has 8 pound dumbbells. Yeah, very cool. Perfect. Some eights, and if you ever need any pointers for the wifey, then of course I'm not the one to ask, but Bethany sure is. So if and by the way, what's your wife's name, Andy? I don't know why I don't know that in my head, but what's your wife's name? So I don't keep calling her your wifey. But Bethany can certainly help Sarah. There we go. Sarah, that's my cousin's name. Um, what's up, Roddy? What's up, dude? What's happening? But if you ever need some pointers for Sarah, Andy, she's hot. Okay, that's good, bro. That's good. Good for you. She's hot. That's awesome. Well, hey, dude, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. I bet your wife's extraordinarily happy and proud that her husband speaks of her that way. Absolutely. Roddy, what's happening, dog? Where you been, man? Where you been? I got put in YouTube jail. I wasn't sure people like you would be able to find me again on this channel. I thought I was exiled from the world. Oh, this exercise sucks. I love it. Uh, oh, gosh. Oh, that's good. Well, Rod, you're coming in. You're coming in late, dog. But it's good to have you here. Coming in late, dog. But it's good to have you here. It's been a minute. Yeah, dude. Did I start juicing? No, man. No, I didn't start juicing. I should though. I should. I've been highly contemplating. I've been highly contemplating the juicing. I should get some juice. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm a natural guy. My father, my father was a natural bodybuilder, and my father always prided himself on being a natural bodybuilder in the day when steroids started to become popular. And that's just ingrained into me. It's nothing like I'm a preacher about things. I don't care about people that do steroids. I think sometimes it's pretty cool, actually. But for me, nah, health is wealth. And although I like to lift weights and be in great shape as much as I can be, I certainly want to be able to be around when I'm 70. I don't want to have liver problems and stuff like that from all these injectables and everything people's doing. Now, I may look into some recovery peptides pretty soon because I have a link with somebody who actually gets the FDA approved style, not backdoor peptides. So I might be doing some stuff like that soon. But no steroids. I haven't done anything, guys. It's about protein. But I'll tell you what, Rod, you've been missing for a while, bro. So we got I've been doing the 60-day six-pack challenge, right? And I've been being transparent with people about the journey of it. So we got everybody, or I got a couple people into this 60-day six-pack challenge where it was like, let's see exactly how ripped we can get, I guess is the point. Let's see how ripped we can get in 60 days if we really stick to a diet and we really stick to an exercise regimen. I've been motivating some people to come along with me, Rod, and I think I'm down. Oh, I'm down 7 or 8. I think I'm down 8 pounds. I'm down 8 pounds and holding strong. My wife Bethany was down about 6 pounds. I know NJ, who comes on here, she was down 8 pounds. She said she was almost to her goal of losing 10 pounds. And Andy, who's on here right now, Andy's been working out. Got Andy on a new diet regimen. Andy's lost, I don't know how much. You'd have to ask Andy now at this point. But yeah, we're starting to see a lot of good results. And my whole thing was just trying to get more of a six pack. That was what I wanted, right? And you guys know one of my goals is to grow my chest. If I have nice ripped six pack, my chest gets bigger. I think I'm going to be looking pretty good. And it's been working out. You see, like, you know, it's been working out, but we still have, I don't know what day it is in the challenge, but it was 60 days. Hell yeah, Roddy. Hell yeah, let's go. Hit that six pack, bro. So it's oftentimes, the diet. And so we've been trying to help each other with the diet. I've been trying to, do as best I can, even though I haven't been doing the greatest lately. But it is better. You know what I mean? It is better. I'm starting to get the carve outs on the sides here. It is a little flatter. My wife is saying, "Oh, your belly's a little flatter." Still not where we want to be, but we're only. Oh, and Andy, you're gonna have to help me out here. But I think like 41 days or 42 days or 43 days or something like that into it. So we've got like 17 days left. It's a long time. So I'm going to see what I can continue to do over the next 17 days to get rid of this last little inch, right? You got like this inch thick flubber piece that's over there. That's why the lower abs kind of don't show up much. But we're working on it, man. I've come a long way, and we've all come a long way just in the last 42 days, 43 days, whatever it is. And like I tell people, it's kind of about the journey, not exactly the destination. It's kind of about the journey and creating new habits. Because, right now, I don't even feel like I'm in a 60-day challenge anymore. At first, it felt like a challenge. Remember, Andy? Remember, Andy, when it felt like a challenge, like right at the beginning? Oh my God, this diet. Oh my God, this new regiment. And your body freaks out a little bit and your mind goes, "Whoa, what are you doing, man? You're making change. And I don't like this stuff called change. What's going on?" Yeah, that happens in the beginning, right? Now, 42 days into it, guys, I'm very strong to say it takes 21 days generally for a human being to make or break a habit. It takes 21 days to make or break a habit. Now we've been doing this for like 42 days or 43 days. Okay. And so what ends up happening, like Andy's saying right here, is that it now becomes just your lifestyle. I'm not on a 60-day challenge anymore. Now I'm just challenging myself daily to stick to the new habits that have been created over the last 43 days. Isn't that how funny how that works? And that was kind of my point of all this, to be straight with you. Of course, we're going to see a certain amount of progress in 60 days. One can't go from fat to buff, and one can't go from chubby to ripped, and one can't show a six pack if there's no muscles under there. And that's not going to happen for everybody in a 60-day time period. But if we do this 60-day challenge and we then get people to motivate themselves to change, to eat differently, to go to sleep and get more sleep, to drink something different in the morning to line their gut and be healthier, to ingest more protein throughout the day if it's a man trying to grow muscle, to these kinds of things. Put somebody on the right habit for more than 21 days. Now we're at 40, 42, 43 days. Boy, it becomes no challenge anymore. It becomes how you roll. And that is really the point of all this. Because then it's much easier for people to stick to those kinds of regimens for a whole year. For me, the working out and the lifting of the weights, and this has been going on now with me for 2 years. But boy, let me tell you something. The first couple of months of it were hell. When I was going from fat and out of shape to trying to get myself motivated to hit the gym again, that was the worst part. Now, it feels odd if I don't work out, right? It's just something I do now. It goes to show you that we can be the change maker. We can be the change maker for our lives and for the rest of our family's lives by the way we do things now, the habits we create for ourselves, the focus that we concentrate on in our lives, trying to be more faithful, have better faith, trying to be healthier, trying to pass along better habits, trying to understand different ways of living than we've been sold. These are all good things, y'all. These are all good things. And like I said, your family doesn't do squat because you talk about it. Your family doesn't follow you into things that you plan to do at some point. Family only follows what you do. And especially children. What are your actions? What do you do? What's the example you're setting with health, wealth, mindset, thought processes? We can change. We can change the next generations, y'all. We can be the change maker. It's one of the things that Desi and myself are trying to pride ourselves on is really creating this momentum to be the financial change maker for the rest of our family generations. How awesome is that to say that you were the person that was able to put things in place to make sure that your kids and your grandkids and your great great grandkids are all live a better life than you did. They call it planting seeds of trees you'll never sit under the shade of. Right. Good feeling though. Good feeling though. I love it too. Roddy, I love it too. Roddy's going to be 50 next year. And he said, promised himself he'd be 50 years old with a six pack. So, Roddy, anytime you want to pop in here, brother, we've been talking the last many days about dieting. And diet's huge. Just get the six pack, show up. Hey, Bubs, is it going to be sunny today or is it just foggy right now? Have fun at school, love. Do good, okay? Okay, bye. Do good. Set an example for the other kids. Do your best. Okay? Uh-uh. Exactly. That's why I was looking at her. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. All right, guys. Well, looks like the family's coming out to get started. Huh? Yeah, I know. I know. You're gonna walk in there with those muffins to the muffins at mom meeting. Oh boy. But yeah, if you want to pop in, for the next what I guess we have like 17 days left. Andy won't confirm. I don't know if you even know, Andy, what the hell day we're in with the 60-day challenge. But Roddy, you want to come in? We're going to be talking about the diet. Oh, and yeah, if you go subscribe to my Instagram, Rod, go subscribe to my Instagram at the Patrick Franz. And I actually post a lot of my meals throughout the day in my Instagram stories. So you can actually see what we're eating. And I got Andy on the egg whites kick and stuff like that already. But yeah, you want to show that six pack up here pretty quick? We'll get it done. We'll get it done. We'll support you in that. We'll push you. We'll motivate you. We'll help you. And it's just on the daily. All right. I am golfing this afternoon. Don't be jealous, Andy. I'm golfing this afternoon and I'm golfing tomorrow morning. So that's going to be it for my exercises this morning. By the way, can we just admire? Can we just admire how beautiful? Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, look how pretty. All right. Well, good to see you back, Rod. We can help you with this diet. Wow, I know. Hey, she's mine. No, I'm just kidding. We can help you with the diet, Rod. We can help you with the motivation. We can help you get that six pack by the time you're 50. Let's not think, oh, I want to. Let's say you're going to do it, baby. We'll help you hit it. Come join us. Don't be a stranger. Go to my Instagram. Check out my stories for the foods we're eating, the diet. Let's keep motivating each other, guys. That's the point. Let's keep motivating each other to get in the best physical shape we can be in for ourselves and the best financial shape we can be in for ourselves. Let's try to see if we can't break old habits. Let's see if we can't. Just one more time for you. The star of the show. Go take them muffins to the muffin party. All right. One of the other wives at the Christian school, the private school, told my wife that she's got a dump truck. So I've been messing with her about that. But anyway, funny stuff. Check it out. Let's just motivate each other to get better. That's all. Let's motivate each other to get better. We can only be the best we can be. And we can set the example for the other people in our family tree. We can be the change maker and we can set the precedence for a new way for our family and our generations to live. Healthier and wealthier, y'all. I'll see you guys. I'll come back on Monday. We'll see if we can figure this problem out with YouTube, Andy. We'll figure it out. All right. But I'll see you guys on Monday because you guys motivate me to be here. So I ain't going to quit. I'll be here on Monday. See you guys. Bye.